Today, prosecutors got into a heated exchange with a psychologist who worked with Reinking. Prosecutors questioned whether Reinking knew right from wrong after the defense brought her in. Two mental health professionals have testified that Reinking has schizophrenia. One of them, Dr. Raina Eisen, a psychologist, took the stand today who met with Reinking several times. Dr. Eisen says Reinking had delusions and hallucinations, symptoms of schizophrenia. She goes on to say she believes Reinking did not believe his actions at the Waffle House were wrong and that he believed his life was in danger, acting in self-defense, and also received a command from God to do it. Prosecutors argue since Reinking expressed he felt nauseous by his own actions, he understood what he was doing was wrong. They also brought in a jail officer to help their case who showed a drawing from Reinking in jail depicting a Waffle House using a racial slur, talking about them being dead, and another yelling, "Run for your lives." Dr. Eisen says she only reviewed surveillance video from inside the Waffle House and Reinking's statement.
And you are here testifying today about Travis Reinking gunning down Taurean Sanderlin, striking him 7 times. And you have not viewed that video, correct?
Correct.
You didn't see him take that assault rifle and train it on him as Taurean ran from him, have you?
No.
But you are here giving your expert opinion today. Dr. Eisen, are you not?
I am.
The defense entered a not guilty plea by reason of insanity, trying to prove to the jury Reinking was not in the right state of mind.
Initially sent police to the wrong Waffle House on Murfreesboro Road. The right one was nearly 9 miles away. Changes at the time were promised. Fox 17 News' Erica Glover in studio now getting answers from the director of Metro's Communications Center about the changes that have been made.
Well, Scott, back in 2018, the caller that was speaking with dispatchers said that they couldn't pinpoint the exact location of the Waffle House. And at that time, there was no technology that was able to pinpoint the cell phone that the caller was using. But I'm told that 4 changes are making a big difference now.
I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are.
That's a dispatcher from Nashville's emergency call center frantically trying to check a police perimeter for officers to capture the Waffle House shooter.
They are setting up a perimeter, and I don't know where they are.
Monday, Metro Nashville Police Detective Brett Johns told the courtroom he was heading in the wrong direction.
I turned around in the middle of the road, and I proceeded to head towards the correct direction. However, there was no address listed at the time because it was a brand new Waffle House. So we didn't have a physical address.
Here's ECC Director Stephen Martini, who took over in March of 2020.
Do you feel as though this new technology would have made a big difference in the Waffle House shooting?
I think it could have.
Martini says new emergency center technology adapts to callers unaware of their location.
So if the person calls and says, I'm at McDonald's on Murfreesboro Road, or I'm at, Wendy's on Bradley Parkway, whatever that may be, we can just type in the name of that location into our computer system, and it'll bring up some recommended locations, and then we can narrow down where that caller is calling from, rather than expecting them, which we did at the time, to know the physical address.
Other additions include an address validation process, which identifies the nearest cross streets, and improves cellular tracking technology that no longer relies on your nearest phone tower.
Are you confident in telling our viewers who still have some concerns that they can feel better about this situation if they need to call in the event of an emergency?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
New emergency call center procedures that could save lives.
Martini says they've also revised the employee action review policy when identifying incidents to better spot missteps and then the necessary action.
One of Tyler Feller's best friends had her U-Haul stolen last week. Feller filed a police report, but he and his friends took it upon themselves to investigate.
So it took us about 24 hours to identify who the person was, and then in 48 hours, exactly 48 hours, We identified the suspect off of 21st Avenue in the Kroger parking lot.
Feller says police were quick to respond to arrest the suspect, but he explains there's another individual involved in this case that now has all of his friends' belongings. Feller says no detective has been assigned to the case yet, and he says it's hurting them because they can't get access to surveillance video to identify the second suspect. So I went with Feller to Walmart to try to get video.
We have a timestamp on the receipt from when they came here. We're hoping that we can get security footage and even see the angle or picture of the other guy.
But the manager told him a police officer must be present to release the video.
I'm not surprised. It's what we've been seeing and it's what I was expecting to happen, but it's like we're leaving no stone unturned.
And unfortunately, Feller is not alone. Metro Police told us there's a shortage of 191 officers, which is impacting response time. The average response time for emergency calls has gone up almost a minute from 2021 to 2022, and people dealing with non-emergency crime are being impacted too.
And if it was a high priority, they would chase down these leads, and then we would be able to quickly close in on who this accomplice was. And that would be great because that's the one hope in getting some of those sentimental belongings back.
Thousands of dollars worth of belongings.